very serious. So you have to be very careful with how you talk about Bitcoin if you want to be a serious person about it. If you don't, well, then it doesn't matter what you call it. You can call Bitcoin a pink rabbit, and it doesn't matter.
I think, yeah, but well, you know what? It's really, if you want to think about it only from the perspective of a service provider, then maybe, and it's an integral part. It's an integral part to drive, to drive adoption. And there's many places in the whole world that needs that. I, for one, never KYC in any exchange or any place where I want to buy Bitcoin. I actually do peer-to-peer, face-to-face meetups with people I want to buy or sell Bitcoin to, because in my country it's not something that punishable by law, and it's not also legalized yet or regulated, to say the least. And but to think of it only from that perspective is also wrong, because the database is involved, yes, in the act of mining, in the act of maintaining the mempool transactions, blah blah blah. But when a person is just transacting with another person, it's really not a database. The database is an integral part of the process, but that doesn't mean that it's only a database, because there's a proof, there's
It
cryptography
absolutely
for it,
is just a database,
As
Tarek. That's literally all
exactly,
it is. Everything built on Bitcoin is literally nothing but different protocols for making write operations to a database. That is 100% of Bitcoin.
it ends up being a database. It ends up, one part of it is the database that is being kept, but it's part of the whole process, right? Because
no, that is
No, it's
not
not
true.
part.
That is not
It's
true.
not
That
part.
is
It
not
is
true.
all
The
of it, Tarek.
processes, the processes involved in Bitcoin as a consumer are not Bitcoin. And once again, you say you've never done KYC, you do it peer to peer, and that's fine. But the vast majority of people don't have the technical skill and intelligence that you have. And you don't seem to understand that businesses who are trying to build on Bitcoin have legal threats against them. You're discounting this absolutely. And also, as Shinobi is going to say, you're not taking into account the actual reality of what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is a database. Now you can say that Bitcoin is a pink rabbit with long ears, and you can believe that. I'm telling you, as somebody who's worked directly with Bitcoin D and the API of Bitcoin D, the daemon, that Bitcoin is absolutely 100% a database. And you need to be able to separate the ecosystem from the actual gears of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a database. It is not money. It's just a database. You can believe whatever you want and take the consequences of that. But I'm not going to take the consequences for your beliefs, Tarek. This is what this is about. I'm not going to be
I'm
the.
not asking you to take it. I'm not asking you to take the beliefs, though, but I just wanted
Tarek,
to
the Bitcoin blockchain is nothing but a database. A Bitcoin
agree.
Yep.
node is nothing but a
Stored on
piece of
multiple bit
software that
nodes.
replicates and validates a database. All of the mining hardware in the world is simply a necessary proof for batching write operations to that database. Even things like side chains are just creating another database and using that to sub bucket and represent an entry in the global